Hey, hey, hey. VeeFriends Comics, if you're watching on replay, make sure you say hello on YouTube. I'm going to go live on Instagram now. We are live on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and X. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Morning and willing. We're going to get into some work here today. This is the VeeFriends Making Comics stream. I am, let's see if this works. Is this me? Nope, it's not me. Where am I? That's me. Good morning, everybody. It's DJ, cartoonist here at VeeFriends, director of comics, and all that. Gonna be working on some Sunday comics today. Our comic is now in Sunday newspapers across 72 markets in the United States, and that's what I'm gonna be working on today. And in many streams to come, it's gonna be a lot of the newspaper strip that I'm working on. So if you have any questions about VeeFriends, we're going to sit and talk about that. I'm going to open up a mini here. Let's see. Let's do the mini machines. We've got these vending machines behind me. Come on. 1 second. Reading there. One moment. Wow. Okay, finally, we got a VeeFriends mini that's blind. Let's open this up for the pencil. Whoop, there we go. Pencil topper of the day. Let's see what's in here. What do we got? We've got a Bubblegum Mojo mouse for the Apple Pencil topper this morning. Let's do that. Morning, Keith. What's up? What's up, Keith? Great community here at VeeFriends. I'll be drawing live all hour and a half, and then I'm going to be following up Tea with Gary V too over on VeeFriends.com whatnot. So join us over on Whatnot at 10 o'clock. But today, I'm going to be working on this strip. Let me make sure I'm live on TikTok. Am I live on TikTok? Uh-oh. I don't seem to be live on all of the channels that I'm supposed to be on. Let's see. Let's get back over here. VeeFriends Comics TikTok. Let's see if it works. Live on Instagram. Hey guys. Morning Santa. Rob Attack. Alright, cool. I'm getting my stream set up here. Don't think we're broad. Okay, now we're live on TikTok too. Alright, I just like everybody to be in the same place here. Alright. Morning Entroy over on YouTube. Is it me or is the screen stretched too wide on X? Boy, I don't know. I hope not. Let me look. It shouldn't be. Yeah, that's weird over on X. Maybe if you click the, you have to click the maximize button over on X if you want to watch it. Actually, it looks like. Uh-oh. What have I done? Hopefully I didn't find where my window went to. Oh boy. There. Yeah, if you're gonna watch on X, I would tell you to go over to the YouTube channel if you can. Okay. I'm gonna turn off the lettering here. And get right into this. The inking part of this comic strip. This is one of the Sunday comics. If you have any questions about VeeFriends or drawing or character development or what we're doing here at VeeFriends, feel free to ask. Pretty much this is my stream where I'm getting to work. 8 o'clock here on a Friday morning, the last day of February 2025. That's pretty freaking crazy. I want to do something real quick though. I want to turn this back on. Oops. Turn this back on, turn that back on. And just say, if you are new to VeeFriends, we like to send you stuff. So if you're new to VeeFriends, comics at VeeFriends.com. If you have fan art, you can always send it to comics at VeeFriends.com. And we like to send you stuff back sometimes. Sometimes. It's not a promise, it's just a surprise. You know, surprise and delight kind of. Oops, I did not want to do that. So yeah, just chilling out, working on the comics. Was the original idea of a lot of the live streams was just like take you into the process of drawing these comics, and now that we're alright, Bird says X is fine. Now that we're you know, we've got a lot to talk about, we got a lot more to talk about. But one of the things I couldn't talk about for a while was the fact that we're in newspapers. So that's what I'm working on today. This comic will be in 2 weeks from now, and it will be actually I want to make that. It will be not this weekend, but next weekend's comic strip. So I'll go on these streams as we go into next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, maybe even more, because it seems to be when there's Tea with Gary V, Gary likes us to follow up and just kind of take over that Tea with Gary V. A lot of people that follow Gary V don't really, or they've heard of VeeFriends, but they don't get what it is beyond the collectibles. So when they hear us talk about, you know, the traits, the soft skills, the hard skills, the characters, what they mean to people, the community, people really vibe with that. So that means a lot. If you've read Gary's book 12 and a half, it's basically 13 traits, skills, soft skills, emotional intelligence. We're talking gratitude, kindness, kind candor, you know, that kind of stuff. And I was talking to one of my colleagues, Chris Slavin, the other day. He's on the animator on the team, and I was like, I'm tired of saying VeeFriends meets Sesame Street, because it's cool, but it's also like it gets a little like people think that it's just for kids, like it's just like for little kids. And he said, I said something like, I think it's like VeeFriends meet, or it's Pokemon meets like Wizard of Oz or something like that. Or, and he said, what about like Pokemon meets therapy? And I was like, exactly. It's definitely like Pokemon self-help. And you know, for what it's worth, you know, self-help might have a bad connotation, but I think anything that's going to help you better improve yourself. And these characters definitely do that when you think about them and make them a part of your life. And I can't say that a lot of other IPs out there or brands, will say, do that very well. I don't think of Cookie Monster only when I'm like having cookies or something. I'm not like having a dilemma and then thinking about Cookie Monster or something. So like, but in VeeFriends world, we're, especially me working on this, and I know the other people that follow VeeFriends, you learn about patience and kindness and gratitude, and like you start to have a better, by the way, I forgot to put my guys up there. Gratitude Gorilla, be the bigger person, and Patient Panda. You can get these collectibles online, and on our Whatnot stream today, I think probably they're like $15. If you're new to the stream, you can actually go and get a coupon code. There's a $15 off coupon code, so you can get those little desk things for desk figurines for free. But I always have the Patient Panda nearby because I feel like just the nature of being a cartoonist, patience is just this thing. Like you have to spend a lot of time doing this. It could take 10 or 15 hours. I don't know what I'm at. Let's see what I'm at on this one already. Let's see. I'm curious. This tracks my time as well, if I do it right. I'm at 9 hours 44 minutes on this comic strip so far. That's writing, penciling, inking. Probably by the end of it, it's probably going to be like 15 hours. Actual screen time drawing. And it counts the time that I'm open here talking to you, so it's probably a little bit off. But usually the strips like this take, if I'm just sitting and doing nothing, it takes about 10 hours. So, just so you know, if you don't mind sharing the stream over there, that's great. Yeah, I'm using Procreate on an iPad Pro. Procreate on an iPad Pro. You see here, I'm making like gold chain, like the fox's chain, but it's Gary Vee and my name hanging off the thing here. We'll talk a little bit more about what this comic is about, but you know, I think it's going to be fun to have these streams really kind of like, especially you can only get the comic strips for the newspaper in the newspaper. Of course, the people are posting it online that you can read it on like X and stuff like that. But here on these streams, you're going to get a sneak peek of the upcoming comics. Also, I like to drop a lot of, behind the scenes stuff because I'm impatient. So I just kind of like show you things. I've kind of been showing one thing off subliminally for months and no one's noticed what it is, but you will soon. I like to do that. You gotta pay attention. It's fun. It makes it fun. Roach is in TikTok. What's up? Out there in Denver, Colorado for NFT festival or something like that. A meetup gathering. That's cool. Saw it. The Prez is out there, AK. The president of VeeFriends. He's out there making executive orders or something. I don't know. Our president, Andy. He should just make declarations like VeeFriends is the coolest project. It's gonna outlive all projects. As Gary likes to say, we're building the next Pokemon meets Marvel meets Sesame Street meets therapy right in your face. So I'm gonna give it a little bit of a looking like it's carved. Looking like it's carved in the metal. somebody asked me the other day if I get used to the fact. I was like listening to a Gary voice memo that he sent, and they're like, "Is that ever weird? Is that ever weird to you?" Like, wow. I'm like, I don't know. I've gotten used to it, but I guess it is a little. It's different. I'm like, because they know I followed Gary for so long. They're like, "Isn't that wild that you're now working with Gary?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I guess it is. I guess it is kind of wild. It's kind of neat." But I kind of feel like we've known it. Like, you ever meet people that you feel like you've known them already or something? I don't know. That's kind of how I feel about Gary and the gang. We're of the same mindset. Come from the same stock, I guess you could say. As Gary would say, in your effing face. Yeah. That's another thing that somebody brought up to me. They're like, how do you balance having like an all ages brand, but Gary's like swearing all the time? And I'm like, I don't know. Don't worry about it. It's just kind of laughing. It's just funny to me. Like, I think that you're probably overthinking things a little bit too much. If you're, I mean, I understand. Some people are sensitive to language. I get it. I try not to swear, even though I do. I don't swear on these streams. And there's a lot of kids watching, but I think the reality of it is, if you see any kid going to school these days and you see the language that they say in school, it's like so crazy. It's insane. Or like I hear my stepkids streaming and yelling obscenities at each other, and I'm like, whoa. That's way too far. But you know, it's not gonna hurt anything. It's just like I think for Gary, it's just like emphasizing his energy for it. But he knows. He's got a potty mouth. That's all right. It's all right. We need a Gary curse jar, and then we'll give all the money to charity or something like that. He'd just swear in it all day. If we did that, he would just swear in it all day. It would be like a whole Mr. Beast style. It would be like a Mr. Beast style video where he just repeats a swear word for 100 times or 1,000,000 times or something like that. Someone said, "Is this for VCon?" It's not. It's not for VCon. This is for VeeFriends, which is the Sunday comic strip. I'm DJ, the cartoonist here. Well, the director of comics. Gary's like, "You're more than a cartoonist." I'm like, all right, okay. I'm more than a cartoon. I'm director of comics here at VeeFriends. Cheers and good morning to you. You are in my office as I'm working on what I work on. Right now, my main focus is the comics and character development, but our main thing that we have going on right now in comics is the newspaper strips. They come out on Sunday editions of newspapers across the country, and yeah, there's people out there buying stacks, and it's crazy. So shout out to Mrs. Lynch, who is donating her time to send copies to some of the VeeFriends that don't have VeeFam, that doesn't have these papers in their area, but people are going around hunting them. Super cool. That's a lot of commitment there. I appreciate it. You know, I was telling my wife this morning that that's a lot of commitment. Weeks don't end. I don't know if you know this, but it's weekly, and there's 52 weeks in a year, and yeah. So let's go, VeeFriends. Dad, that's not the bad. Dad, that's not that bad. May 7th, Topps cards. VeeFriends drop. Heck yeah. Oh yeah. We got the VeeFriends Topps Chrome coming out. It's probably no secret that I have some cards in there, but I can't really show you. But I think I'm excited to see what people think of the cards, and I hope you try to chase my cards. That would be fun to do that. I think you're gonna want to, because they're awesome. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I used to be I used to do Tops and Upper Deck sketch cards for Marvel and Walking Dead and stuff like that. So it's funny to see people going back and buying my old cards, which usually would sell for like $15 or something like that, or $20, and now people are dropping $300 on a card. That's insanity. That's insanity. A lot of, we have very passionate VeeFriends fans, and I'm excited because, hey, listen, I mean it. Gary means it too. I don't think some people understand, but I'm totally all in with VeeFriends, and I think that we're already building something very special. It's already very special, but the next level of things that you're going to see are incredible, and it's going to lead to so many other big things. We're talking animations, like other animations, probably movies, television, more toys, things like that. That's all coming. Someday. That's not alpha. I'm just saying that's going to happen. Mark my words. Mark my words. I can feel it. I can already see it. It's like we've already done this together, you and I. Ape Dude. Craig, I feel like I've got like a stack of Ape Dudes in my attic somewhere. He's talking about this comic that I lost, the one that was in my office here. Let's try to find it. Let's try to find it for... Let's take a little break here. See if you can see what I'm looking at. I'm probably looking at over here on my rack. This is a messy rack right now. Oh, here it is. Oh no. Is it gonna fall? Okay. We made it. We made the rotation. Hey, dude. I kind of feel like you're never gonna get this, Craig. Like it's gonna be something that you're gonna be chasing for. You're gonna have to break into my house and don't do that. And take it off this shelf. You know who else might have that? Is Brian Lynch. Brian Lynch, the writer, who he also writes for, he's created Secret Life of Pets now, and writes the Minions movies. He created Ape Dude. I drew it. He created it. And what a wonderful little, strange little book. But I can't show it on screen. It's very, there's some adult humor in there. There's some swear words and stuff. I can't show that. But it was a wild era of us making comics together. Way back in the day. Love it. Had so much fun. DJC aren't playing around anymore. That's right. We're not. Are the comic strips in New York papers? I believe in Buffalo, and let's take a look. Let's take a look for you. If you want to find out, you go to lee.net. Just go to lee.net. And then up here, there's brands, and there's a map of local platforms in the States. So in New York, in New Jersey, it's in the Press of Atlantic City. In New York, it's in the Citizen, the Buffalo News, and the Post Star. And I don't know if they both have print and digital editions, but the comic is on both print and digital. And then you can see all the other... I think it's wild that we're in Billings, Montana. I was just at Montana not too long ago, and I was like, there's nothing here, but now we're there, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, got all these great, I can't emphasize enough. I've had some cynical cats out there that are like, newspapers, wow. Congratulations on newspapers. And I'm like, hey, listen, local news is very, very important. I don't know if you knew that, but supporting your local news is important. People trust their local news more than they do the national news and all the, political stuff. You want to see what's going on in your community and get involved in your local communities. And I'm like super hyped that VeeFriends are kind of getting in these small communities in a different way. These smaller markets or around these areas. I think it's wonderful. I think somebody's going to see them. It's going to change their lives. They're going to think, what the heck is this? We're going to get so many more people coming in from this or watching. One person already kind of talked to me and said, like, I'm just kind of, what is this? I'm just kind of watching and observing, because like some people are not very much on social media. You wouldn't know it. But some people are, they don't want to be involved in all the rigmarole of social media. Yeah, I said it. I said rigmarole. Yeah, I said it. I'll say it again. Nobody wants your rigmarole. Your nonsense. You're fighting. At VeeFriends, we think that you should find a way to talk to each other and be nice and kind and spread kindness, and don't be jerks to each other. Try to be thankful for what you have and what you don't. Don't be like dreaming about what you don't have. Be grateful for what you do have. These are the vibes of VeeFriends, right? So, what radio station is this, DJ? I just have a playlist that I made from free, royalty-free music, or music from, what do I use? Epidemic Sound is what I'm using right there. So I just have probably 8 tracks that repeat across the hour and a half. You'll hear them repeat occasionally. Not many people stay for the entire stream. I really appreciate it if you do, but a lot of people pop in and pop out. Fun fact, I hear this music in my head. I don't even know the names of these songs. I should. The one's an acoustic, like guitar that pops in that sounds like a Western acoustic or something. It sounds like I should be saying something very meaningful every time that music pops on. So when we hear it, maybe I'll just, start jamming. That's not it. That's the first song in the track list. We'll call this just intro. I don't know if the music's too loud. I can make it real loud. I won't. I usually keep it at about 22 decibels, negative 22 decibels. Has a nice background jam. That reminds me though, I want to make sure I go to my sound settings and make sure my output mic is up, because I screwed this up the other day. Alright, we're good. Sure mic. Oh. Okay, I'm not going to mess with this. We'll break that. Hello. Okay, great. I get messing with things, and then I break things, and then I'm like not cartooning, and I'm like, why am I not getting this comic strip done? Well, I'm messing with volume metrics and OBS stuff. I if you want to see what kind of looks like what I'm watching here, I have the Instagram chat over here. I've got, well, wait, what happened to the, oh, here it is. I've got the TikTok chat here, and then way over there I've got everybody else. YouTube, X, Facebook. I think we're on Facebook. I can check the channels here. We should have been. If not, we're going to pop in there live and say hello. No, we're on Facebook. You know, might as well be. Why not? Why not? Okay, so back to it. If you're new to VeeFriends and checking us out and digging the vibe, comics at VeeFriends.com. While we're doing this, let me set my timers because set an alarm for 9:30 a.m. Great. Pink, orange. Couple. Nope. Unbelievable. Come on. I have like a million clear. Wow, that was a lot of clears. All that spinning, what I was doing there was, I was, you know, when it comes out a clear one, I don't want to open this. I want you to pick. I want you to pick which one I should open. So tell me in the chat, orange, pink, purple. Put it in the chat, and I'll open it. All right? I'm going to give it a couple minutes because I'm a little bit delayed. Vending machine, I was like, what is he doing? Building a rocket? No, vending machine. These are the VeeFriends minis. We got an orange. I'm gonna wait for some more, put it in the chat. If not, orange going once, orange going twice. If you don't know what the heck's going on here, this is the VeeFriends Making Comics show. I'm making comics live. What's VeeFriends? Over 250 characters created by Gary Vaynerchuk. You might know him on the internet as Gary V. Hence the name V and VeeFriends. We've got a VeeFriends cartoons show. Just finished up 20 episodes. By the way, color in the chat. Which one do you want me to open? Put them in there. Purple, orange. Okay. I'm going to count them. We got the cartoon show. 20 episodes just came out on YouTube. That's season 1. Check that out. Great for kids under 10. Also good for adults. I like to watch it. It's a little fast for me, to be honest, but it's a little fast because I'm old. VeeFriends trading card game, collectible trading card game. We've got these VeeFriends minis, and I'm in charge of the comics. So we've got the comic books coming out. I might have a date. For you. We got to be a little bit more patient, but we've got the comic book coming out soon. Purple, orange, purple it is. Let's put up orange as the next one. I usually like to open up about 5 of these. By the way, at 10 a.m., I'm going to switch over to VeeFriends.com/whatnot. Gary's going to be live at 9. Well, let's just open up the schedule here. Let's open it up. There you go. Tea with Gary V. We're going to, Corso and I will follow up that after at 10 a.m. We're going to jump on. We like to continue those streams and talk about VeeFriends. Friday night, tonight, we've got Captain America Pack Attack. Let's see what's in here. This is the Whatnot app. If you're not familiar with Whatnot, download it. It's free. We sell things there, but also we're going to have some cool giveaways tonight. We're giving these away. These are Hulk trading packs, comic trading packs. You know, it might be a little sneak peek as to what's to come for VeeFriends. That's all I can say about that. But Sonny Boy, I think that's his, like, basically his debut. He's going to be a lot to do with comics. Sonny Boy Comics. You're going to see him a lot. He's going to be on with Jeremy. I don't know if I'm joining that stream or not. I don't think so. Don't ask me to. I said I would draw Captain America and give it away, but we got Creative Crab. I'm going to say that he beats the Mojo Mouse. We're going to get back to drawing comics here in a second. But please check those out on our Whatnot channel. I mean, whoa, is that alpha? I don't know. These are called comic trading packs. You might want to see what the heck that's about tonight on the Whatnot. We've partnered up with. We got some Whatnot's giving us some of these to give away, and there you go. It's gonna be tonight. You're gonna some rare collectibles in there for comic books. We'll talk all about comic books because of the culture of comics. Is what we're getting into here at VeeFriends with our comic books. So we've got comic books, we've got comic strips in the newspaper, and we've got our webcomics as well. So I'm just kind of educating you real fast, but if you go over to Instagram, instagram.com/VeeFriendsComics, right? You could follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok and see our comic strips that come out Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right there on the social channels. This one is by Ali Castro. She's on the comics team. Really wonderful art, expressions. Ali's killing it. Ali is killing it. Go there. Go over here. Like these freaking comics. Like them and comment on them. Comment on these comics, for heaven's sakes. They're beautiful and they're barely getting any reach over there on this Instagram. Thanks for the 1,000 followers though that we've got through these streams. There's Chris Fason's art. Chris Fason, by the way, is the interior artist. Like, this is a more goofy style, I would say, but he's got the this style for the inside of the comic book number 1. So it's more of a, it's a mix. It's like a fun all ages style. Got some realism mixed with cartoony. It's just what we like. So there you go. It's coming soon. Get over there and like these comics. That's your marching orders. And then come back here and I'm drawing. I'm going to be drawing until like 11 o'clock today, live, working on this strip. I might bust into another strip too. I got a whole other strip that I'm working on that's starting up here. That's what they look like. I'm just laying them out. We got the VeeFriends and the black cat laying across the logo. Across the street. So it's different concepts. But I'm in this one now. This one's about Flexing Fox buying dumb stuff again. So I'm inking it up. Clubhouse Art, what's going on? I'm doing great. Any day that I can wake up, even when I'm a little sick, I'm feeling over that. I had a little cold. I didn't cancel the streams. I said, screw it. I gotta show up for this. I gotta show up. So thanks for listening to me cough the other day. Appreciate you guys hanging around. New comic strip going live around 10 a.m. Corso says. Corso's in the chat. My messages are blowing up. What's happening? No. Messages can wait. We're live streaming here. You know what I mean? We have this thing that we say. I think it came from Gary for sure, but like, it's just true in general. Would be 99% of the things in your life don't matter. The meetings, things you worry about, the things you think you need, and then you get them and they just sit in a closet. 99% of that stuff doesn't matter. What really matters is, and this is my opinion, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, what really matters would be your personal happiness. And a lot of people are not happy, even when they put a big smile on their face. They're just not personally happy. So you might be in a bad relationship, you might be in a terrible job that you don't like. Oh boy, let's turn this off a second. I gotta clean this screen real quick. This is bothering me. A little smudge. A little alcohol. Wipe there. Gotta know yourself. Know yourself. If you don't know yourself, and you're not taking care of yourself, you'll never be able to really do good for others. Your family, your friends, your neighbors, your community in the world, and all that. You'll just be kind of coasting through it, man. And I think, Gary's been on it since day one as far as like the books like Crush It. Like, what is that thing that you're passionate about? For me, it was always comics, so here I am. Doing that. I've always been doing that. I'll always be doing that until no more. Until I'm no more. Got a lot of dust in here today. Don't like that. Gotta get the air purifier running in here. It's dusty. But yeah, ask yourself that. What are you willing to live for? A lot of dust, a lot of like little. This is really bothering me today. Dusty. Fuzzies. I know whose fault it is. Daisy. It's her fault. She's sleeping. She was up all night, kept me up all night. Uh-oh. There we go. Morning, Chef. Chef, I just want you to ask questions that are yes or no questions so I can say, yes, Chef. Yes, Chef. No, Chef. Heard. Alright, I'm just going to bold up some of these lines here. Some of these lines were a little bit thin, so I want to make sure. One of the things we do is that lines that are away from the light source, which is obviously coming from like up here, the lines that are away from the light source get thicker. Like that. Even to a shadow almost. And that's how we make kick butt cartoony, guys. That's how you can make your cartoons look better. By using... See, it just pops off a little bit different. Just hits a little different. I'll leave that alone now. Maybe one more. You could noodle it to death, and that's why it takes a long time. But even with Cat here, he's a little bit. These little lines here are a little bit intersecting. I don't like that. Little shadow underneath the lines. Sunny Boy Comics. I just talked about you doing the thing tonight at 7. You guys want me to jump on it at any point, but I don't think so. I think you and Jeremy are holding it down with the Hulk trading packs. Uh-oh, I'm on the wrong layer now. trading packs tonight at 7 p.m. Giving them away. We're not selling anything, by the way. I heard it was like a buy nothing day or something like that. Heard that. Okay, alright. I'll do my best not to buy something today, I guess. But cap card packs. I'm gonna have to watch. I love Sundays now. I can't believe VeeFriends is in my city newspaper. Ruthless Rob. Where are you at, Ruthless Rob? What city are you in? Yeah, on these streams you'll definitely be getting a sneak peeks of the upcoming comic strips. Because that's what I gotta work on now. I got some deadlines. This one will be due next Wednesday. So I want to get done ahead of time. My goal is to get a few weeks ahead by the end of March. We've got the concepts. Gary and I have looked through some of them. He'll review some of the copy. And the way we put a little green. Reason being is because when I turn on this lettering, it'll change this lettering to white. Oh, maybe not. Because we do this cool thing where I'm trying this cool thing. I think it's cool. They're referencing a previous comic strip up above here. And so so you stopped buying $55 bagel delivery and limited your streaming services, right? Sticking to the budget? The star takes you to Scan to read a back issue comic. And then when you scan this, it'll take you to the very first VeeFriends comic that I did with Gary live. So I'm trying to utilize those QR codes if people want to click that and see. Like, I don't know if we can actually. That would be wild if we could do this on camera. I think we might be able to because I'm using the iPhone app. Let's see. Oh wow, look at this. If I click it, boom! It freaking worked. How about that? That's wild. All right, great. I didn't think I'd be able to do it with my, my camera on, but I'm using my iPhone as my camera, so bam. That's how that works. I thought maybe it would work. That was neat. Oh. What am I? Oh, I'm pinching my keyboard. Oh no. No. Okay. I stray from the plan, and then I break everything. That's what's going to happen. I got this pretty set up now to do what I want. Alana, how's it going? Royal, can we see your setup? I can't really move the camera too much, but my desk is kind of a mess, to be honest with you. But it's a really mess right now. But so I got this lamp here. I can only go a little bit further from. This lamp is here. My dog is in the window. This is me right there. I've got the office behind me. Some stuff. More stuff, more stuff, more stuff. I've got a side light over here. We've got the messy, just don't worry about this. I've got look at this. I got comic book number 1 here. It's coming out soon. This is just a reader copy. I'm gonna This one's never going to be for sale or anything. This is a proof copy that I can show on the streams. But maybe it's rare. I don't know, because it's like a proof. But I'm going to keep it forever. So then I've got my widescreen here. So I've got the YouTube comments flowing in over there. And X, and so howdy, everybody. And then I've got, well, my microphone's right here. And my coffee's right here. I'm going to sip this. Okay, and then I've got my OBS set up there. Down here, I can switch my screens, so it's me, hello, like that. And then over here, I can see you on TikTok, Instagram. This is the setup. Pretty cool. It's taken a while to build this out, but it's a pretty good flow. And then this just attaches right on that. And away we go. Yeah. So, I mean, it's not super fancy, to be honest. It's been a process. If you go back and look at all the original live streams, they're all archived over there on the YouTube channel. Over here on Comics, VeeFriends Comics on YouTube, if you go to the live tab, you can go all the way back to the start almost and see some of the original YouTube shows. It's just a learning process. And you build these templates out on OBS, fall down those rabbit holes. And it's like, DJ, why isn't the comic done today? Oh, oh, don't worry. I just spent 4 hours on it wrestling with OBS to make my... It's one of those things. I like to learn. I'm curious, like the curious crane. So I've always learned to build my own stuff and understand how it works. Mostly so that nobody can BS me in the future. Tell me that, like, well, this graphic design is going to take 8 weeks to move this thing from here to there. I'll be like, give me no way. Do it in 5 seconds. I used to build websites for myself and other people, and same thing. Sometimes I just like to know how everything works, even if I don't like it. I know how animation works too, and I don't like that. I don't have patience for animation. I love writing the stories and drawing and ideating and making new stories for other artists to draw. I love that. And kind of directing that. Does this program help a beginner start drawing comics? Or is there a step before this? I think this program's just for drawing, just drawing in general. You could draw, anything you'd want to the level that you can draw at. I would suggest, Procreate is $10 and it's not subscription, so you buy it once and you have it forever. I got it when it was $7 and I'm still getting updates for it. I love this program. I do all of my artwork in it. But as far as learning to draw, the programs won't do that, but there's some great videos for both Procreate and for learning to cartoon and draw comics online. On YouTube specifically. But templates and things like that you can download. I might just put up my own templates for free. I've got some templates out there for sale, but it's not like if you have the template you're going to be like instantly making comics. Like, you got to know how to do it. I would say for beginners, I would just do this. I would say open up. Oh, look, here's a comic I never finished. I need to finish this. 4 panels. 4-panel storytelling. Build a sequence of things that are happening. It could be about your life in here. And this situation is just that it's cold. And Decisive Duck is helping this girl decide to turn the lettering on for you. You decided to live here. She knew it was going to be cold. Now she hates it. She wants to move someplace warm. Well, she was from, so like they're having this little conversation back and forth. So it could be like, find those tidbits from your life and put them into 4 panels. Try to tell a story in 4 panels before you try to, tell a bigger story. I think that's kind of and if you're just starting out, just try to learn how to draw the basics of forms and stuff like that. Drawing is fun. Another thing, I'm just going to do it right now because people ask all the time too, but another good exercise for anybody out there that wants to learn how to draw, I'm just going to let's open up a new drawing block. This is called Scribble Challenge. So all you do is, get a pencil. I could do it on paper too here. Let's do it on paper. Let's do it. I'm going to take this pencil. I'm going to find a piece of paper. Here we go. This is just a random piece of paper. Receive without pride, let go without attachment. Cool. Let me turn this off real quick. So I'm just gonna a random scribble like this. Like I'm gonna look away and I'm just gonna like that. Oh, it doesn't like that. Okay. Right? And then I've got this random scribble that I did, and I could turn it. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, what is it? I don't know. You just draw out what you see. Almost like when you're a kid looking at the clouds. And I immediately see, because I'm pretty good at this, I see like this. It doesn't have to be perfect. I see a big nose here. I'm gonna put a little tongue in there. You always see like weird little faces, but you could do this all freaking day. What is it? Is it a penguin? I don't know. Maybe. The iPad doesn't like this. I hope I'm not deleting something underneath it. That would be really hilarious. But there's and like, say you're stuck at a job you hate, and you're like on meetings, and you're like, and then you look at that and you go, all right, what do I see there? I don't know. Maybe it's like a futuristic vehicle of some kind. There's a wheel there, a giant wheel here. Put some rocket thrusters on there. Just have some. I always want to like zoom. Look, can I zoom in there and put a little dude in there? Little guy inside the cockpit there. But anybody can do this. Every human being can see these things. It's how our brain works. If you have a human brain, you can do it. So I love it. I love doing that. That's the exercise I do with people when they're like, for both artists that are like, I'm stuck, I don't know what to draw today. And I'm like, all right, let's scribble it up. And then whenever people are like, I can't draw, I wish I could draw, I'm not capable, you were born with that gift. And I'm like, no, everybody was born with a brain. And your brain all works on the same way. We're all very much the same in a certain way. It's what you've trained your brain not to do anymore is the problem, So, but what I just showed you is something inherently built into everybody's brains. A healthy brain. We like to see patterns in things. We like to see dragons and clouds. We like to use our imagination. And the world kind of beats you down as you get older. Teachers tell you, pay attention, stop daydreaming, stop looking at those clouds. And I'm like, you look at those freaking clouds. You look at those clouds. You find your dragons in the sky. Look at that. I'm not centered anymore. Let's do that. We got ukulele in the background. Let's do one more. Keep the little golden fox in the background. Cheers. Are you new to VeeFriends? Let me know in the chat. Freaking ranting this morning. Jeez. I think it's good. Get passionate about it. I could talk about it every day. If you're new to VeeFriends, comics@VeeFriends.com. Tell us you're new. Corso or I will send you something. You know, if you like to. And if you're an artist and you want to do some fan art, we'd love to see that. Don't send me your stories. Don't do that. Can't accept unsolicited stories for various legal reasons. You understand. But I love to see fan art. We love to share things up. Love that. All right, let's see what's in this pink. Well, I'm really zoomed in. There we go. There we go. That's a pretty good view. Sweet. Really delayed over there on YouTube, I think. I don't know. Don't know why that is. Let's see what's in this. We got a detailed alert ape. Well, how about that? Love that. That's going to kick off the Creative Crab. Detailed alert ape. I've made alert ape. We've made alert ape. One of the core newspaper strip characters. He's got a little press pass tucked in his fro up there. It's fluffy red fro. If I let my hair grow, it gets like that. It really does. I promise you'll never see that unless someone has an old photo of me. There is one out there. If you ever look up like the lead singer of MC5, I kind of had that hair. If you Ruthless Rob says delay tube. Yeah, that sucks. Oh well. You know, they want to make sure you're not doing something crazy on YouTube, I guess. I don't know. There's a little bit of an 8-second delay or something, maybe. I could still see your comments, though, so if you have any questions about VeeFriends or... almost every stream, somebody asks me when the comics are coming out, and I could just say, like, I don't know, we're discussing it. There's been some delays, but they're not, really on our end. It's just like, there's a lot of things going on in the world, and printers and things like that. We're getting things all set, and then it'll be like, once the comics start coming out, they'll be rolling out. But I'm gonna say, it's gonna be a little bit longer, just a little bit longer. We've got 4 issues done, and we've got new issues in the works. And when they start rolling out, it's gonna be a machine. So I'm kind of glad that we're ahead behind the scenes. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But it'll be sooner than you think. Maybe. But just bear with us here. For now, we've got the comic strips coming out in the newspaper every week, which has been a big thing that I couldn't talk about before. That's something that took, I don't know, I think we started talking to Lee last summer, and, they're busy, we're busy, come to agreements and things like that. And it was a good fit, really good fit for us and them. And then it just happened all at once. It was like we knew it was going to happen. We were like, we weren't sure when it was going to happen, but I really wanted to talk about it. Like even at VCon, I was like, I think I might have. Someone was like, you teased us about newspapers at VCon. I was like, I did. I probably did. I said something like, wouldn't it be cool if comics were in the newspaper? Imagine that. Okay, I got a pencil here, so I gotta put a topper on this pencil. I like to do I like the Decisive Duck topper because it's like kind of easy to draw too. So. It's just so small. Not many people will even notice what this is, but the right people will notice, and that's what's important to me. Mr. Squishy will notice. If you know, you know. Do I have the same process? Aren't those fun old photos of ourselves? Yeah. Do I have the same process when you create every time? Usually, I do the layouts, the roughs. I kind of write in tandem with the rough sketches, and then I tighten up the pencils, and now we're here doing these inks. So the inks are the final, like, smooth lines, you know? I want them to be as tight and smooth. I don't even need to. That'll be colored in with a darker orange when I color that. Yeah, for these big strips, it's probably, they take 10 to 15 hours sometimes, the bigger strips. So across my streams in the morning, you're probably going to see me working on either one throughout the week or multiple strips throughout the week. Little parts of each one. So I might be doing some coloring. I might be doing some, sketching, roughing. So just hang out. Thanks, Nick. Earlier, somebody asked how long I've been drawing. So I forgot to answer that. I've been drawing my whole life, really, that I can remember. I started to learn how to draw in the newspapers. So I would trace Garfield, and there was a couple other cartoon strips that I traced out of the newspaper. Anything that looked like Garfield or bubbly cartoons, I really liked those. I would trace those up, but Garfield was my jam. And then I didn't understand that it was a job or anything like that. I just was like, this is fun. 8 years old, I figured out comic books were a job, or drawing stories were a job, so I wanted to work and do that for a living since I was 8. Then, about 1998 or so, I consider that the year where I started getting paid to be the start of my professional comics career, let's say, because I had multiple writers paying me to draw their submissions for they were submitting to Marvel and different publishers, and they needed artists to draw. So I would hustle around on these forums online and put my page rates up, and away we would go. I'd get work all the time for 8-page little mini stories, and then I got different published works out there. Worked with a lot of different places, so I did that for 13 years full time. 13 years, crazy. A lot of stuff. Too much stuff to even mention on this stream, but there's a lot of cool stuff in my. Some people will be like, DJ, you didn't tell us you worked on Kevin Smith's website. I'm like, yeah, I did that. But honestly, of all the things that I've done, this feels the most fulfilling to me. Even my own projects were not so fulfilling. I don't understand why. I can't really understand why. Maybe I did them for the wrong reasons. You know, that's like some deep self-exploration to do. Because people will say like, why don't you bring back Hero by Night, or why don't you there's things that I like to do, but I don't know if it was fulfilling. If that makes sense. It's hard to explain. If you know, you know, I guess. I was probably chasing something different back then you chase different things in your life. When you're in your 20s, you're trying to, I don't know, prove yourself or something. I don't know. I'll show them. Then you get to be your 30s and 40s and you're like, I just want security, stability for my family. And then you get to be about 40 and you're like, I want to leave something behind. Just a mark of, I want to help people. I want to help other people. And I can't do it monetarily. So if I can work on a project that like really isn't just escapism, and it really helps people, then we're talking. So boom, VeeFriends. I've seen it. I've seen some wonderful things happening in the community, and Gary's such a good person, and I haven't met a bad person yet, and I hope not to. I haven't met anybody with bad intentions, let's say. And I can't say that that's true for my comic book career. My comic book career and dealing with Hollywood stuff, there was a lot of people with bad intentions. You know? A lot of people out for themselves and not really thinking about other people. And I don't like that. I don't like it. That was not my vibe. So, I like this. Hey, if you're new to VeeFriends, email us at comics@VeeFriends.com. Everybody's probably listening to Tea with Gary V right now, right? Let me go over there. Maybe I'll put that on. Let's see. Whatnot.com/ oh wait, no. If you go to VeeFriends.com/whatnot, maybe we'll pull that up. I can unmute the site, but it's going to be. I'll mute my audio. I'm going to unmute Gary. There might be some language, you know.
I said, I'm proud of you and I'm happy for you.
All right.
I needed this. Thank you so much.
My brother. Fake to throw up in person again for a second time without getting through the 99% that I've never been on once. Mackenzie, what do you got for me?
Ben asks,
Oh,
how do you let go of early employees in a startup who helped you get from 0 to 1?
So
I can't hear you. One more time.
we'll be taking over Tea with.
Not on my. We're switching, or what are we doing?
We'll be taking over Tea with Gary V soon. After he's done at 10.
Yep, I can hear you.
Ben
I
asks,
don't
how do
think
you
they
let
can hear
go of
me.
early employees in a startup who helped you get from 0 to 1, but aren't the right people to get you from 1 to 2 or 1 to 3?
That's a really good question. Okay, I'm echoing. All right, now I can't hear anything.
That shouldn't be the one that's messing that up. No.
So the way you do that is
Okay. We're gonna I'm not messing him up. I was just listening to him, but it's making me nervous that I'm like, am I screwing something up there? Nah. I'm not logged into anything there, so. But at 9:30, I might jump off of here and go over there because I see a lot of our crew are over there watching that. But at 10 a.m. we will take over that stream and I'll continue working on this comic that you're seeing here as we're making it through, making our way in the world today. Appreciate you guys watching and chilling out. next week I'm going to be live. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then the other whatnot streams. So I'll try to make a graphic for it. But we've been doing a lot of the. Gary likes it when we take over the After Tea with Gary V. So if he has a surprise pop-up tea with Gary V like today, they asked if we would do it. I'm like, let's do it. I'll sit there and draw comics in front of me all day. I'm not leaving yet, Ruthless Rob. I got my alarm set for 9:30, and I might go refill my coffee and get ready for the whatnot stream. Living in the now. My voice is still a little bit raspy. I feel way better today. But I'm not 100%. My voice is not 100%. Hey Sam, what's up? Hin? How's it going? This is Cynical Cat. This is VeeFriends. If you're not familiar with VeeFriends, we have over 250 characters designed to make positivity louder, make soft skills cool, talk about hard skills too, like hard work and hustle and all that. But ambition. Created by Gary Vaynerchuk. You might know him as Gary V on the internet. And I am the director of comics here at VeeFriends. I like to do these live streams live, where I'm basically working on the Sunday comic for not this Sunday but the next Sunday. Working on the process for this Sunday comic strip. That's what we're doing here. How's it going, Vic? Brad or Braid? I remember Braid from yesterday over on the YouTube channel. It's cool to get to know everybody's names and a little bit about you. Especially now that we're kind of building this kind of in your face, as Gary says. He says he wants to build like the next Pokemon in your face. We have a trading card game. We've got cards coming out. We've got comics coming out. Other things coming real soon. A lot of collaborations we've done in the past, but we're really just kind of starting to have the things coming out that are going to really grow the brand. The cartoon came out for kids this past fall, and we've got comic books, comic strips, Topps Chrome cards coming out. Lots of things to do at VeeFriends. And above all, I think, would be the community. If you look up the VeeFriends community over on X especially, but anywhere else, Instagram, they're very active in helping each other and supporting each other. Pretty cool. Pretty cool vibes out there in the VeeFriends community. By the way, it's pronounced like a hair braid. Okay, braid. Great. Also, Head's music is louder than your voice. Is it? 22. I'll lower that a little bit more. My volume is all the way up. That might be better. I don't know. My mic is a little further away too. I don't know what's going on there. Should be better now. I messed with it earlier. I turned it all the way up. Anybody want to hear the VeeFriends theme song? Have you heard that? Let's play that over myself. Let's see. Properties. Browse. VeeFriends full mix. Here we go. Let's do the VeeFriends theme song. Haven't played this in a while.
You'll find it in the middle, where red and blue become purple. Keep focused on the mission, and win the competition. Empathy, compassion, ambition, and passion. A little bit of everything, perfecting the balance. Success isn't sweet if you're alone in the end. Cause life is for living, and what's life without friends? Be friends. The challenge brings the change. Meet me in the V-Dome. Try shifting the gear. If you're thinking too much, let go of the fear. If you got a friend problem, why not try being kinder? Cause complaining is easy, building bridges is harder. I'm just being honest, nobody owes it to you. But if I can do it, you can do it too. VeeFriends, the challenge brings the change. Meet me in the V-Dome. Afraid, we all make mistakes. Perfect isn't the goal, patience might be what it takes. If you're feeling unsteady, if you're feeling unsure, it's time to build up your team. Take the shot and score.
Can't wait for it to be. That's the theme song. Not many people have heard the whole theme song because they only play a little bit of it in the cartoon show. But I'll turn this down now. We'll stick with 25, negative 25 dB for the background, I guess. Right, it's got some. It's a great. It's actually, the lyrics are really great to that song, and there's a lot of depth to that. Our slogan, really, our battle cry is "The challenge brings the change." And I remember being on the call with Gary whenever he said that to the Moonbug team, the producers of the show. He's like, I need like my Battle of Grayskull, my, you know, the thing that we would yell at the top of our lungs, you know. And he said, he just said it out loud, and everybody kind of stopped on the call, and I was like, whoa, that was awesome. He's like, the challenge brings the change. And we were like, yeah, that's it. That is it. There were some other slogans being floated around, but they just weren't. He was like, he wasn't feeling it. So he was like, boom, he just hit it. And it was like, dude, awesome. It's also fun to watch Gary in a room full of, you know, people that have been making cartoons and things their whole life and doing character development. And he really was able to break down characters in a way that I've never heard described in any of those meetings in Hollywood or comic books or anything like that. And he was talking about how on their best day, curious crane is super curious. You know, and then on their worst day. So on their best day and on their worst day, what are these characters like? And then the best part of the character is when they're in the middle. They're not too far on that side or too far on this side. And that really makes an interesting character when they find the middle of their character. Otherwise, they're too extreme. If you were too curious, you might spend too much time goofing off, looking at things, and not getting work done. But if you're less curious, things pass you by. The world passes you by, and you kind of just become a robot. You could do it with every character in the world, really, but in our world, that's kind of how we're looking at, developing our characters out. There's that core idea on their best day, on their worst day. Who's their best V-friend that brings them back to the middle? That made it so much easier to think about these characters. At least for me. I don't know if I don't know if other people had gotten it as much. But I get it. Like I have a way of we're on the same way. Like we're on someone said you guys have a mind meld or something, and I'm like, that's cool. Because Gary could say something that might sound really weird to somebody else, and I'm like, he goes, "You got it, Deej?" And I'm like, "I got it. I know exactly what you're talking about because I watched the same cartoons in the 1980s that he did." And I came up in the same generation, so the references he's making, I'm like, oh yeah, I totally get that from the A-Team or from He-Man or some really other obscure comics or cartoons that people might not remember. Old Hanna-Barbera stuff, old Wacky Races, all that stuff. Like we collected a lot of the same stuff, and we were inspired by a lot of the same vibe of that time that just felt different. We grew up in the when you watch Stranger Things, we grew up in that time frame. Riding bikes, no internet, adventures, playing with your friends outside. Oh my gosh. Kids actually used to play outside, guys. Crazy. So yeah, quite a fun thing to work with Gary and work with these characters every day. I feel very fortunate. Wow, I'm really looking forward to everything that we're going to do. It's going to be nuts. It's going to be nuts. That's all I can say. Thanks for the follow over there on TikTok, Eric. Appreciate you. And if you're brand new to VeeFriends, email us at comics@veefriends.com. We'd like to send you something. If you're listening this far, please email us. Let us know what you think. Let me open up. Do I have another mini laying around here? Yeah, I do. Let's open up the orange mini from earlier. Let's see who's in here. I'm trying to beat the Alert Ape. These are little pencil toppers. For those that don't know, I mean, probably either you do or you don't. If you don't know, we've got VeeFriends brand. It's a big brand. It's basically like a new Pokemon meets therapy. Pokemon meets self-help. Pokemon meets... I'm trying to say anything but Sesame Street, to be honest with you. Pokemon meets Marvel, DC. Pokemon meets Wizard of Oz. But we've also got these mini machines around. The detailed ones are rare. I like to collect the detailed ones. So I play a little game on these streams. It's a mini break. I open them up. And if it's a detailed one, it automatically beats. And this is an emerald one. Karma Kiwi glows in the dark, but does not beat the detailed Alert Ape from the top of the pencil. So I'm going to set it up there. Better luck next time. Karma Kiwi. And we've got comic books coming. We've got newspapers. The newspaper strip I'm drawing now will be out in 2 weeks. Newspapers are out every Sunday, Sunday edition. And people are going around collecting these and probably going to start flipping these on eBay. I don't know. Probably first editions. We've got quite a collector base at VeeFriends, and it's nice to see people passionate about collecting. I appreciate it a lot. If you told it already, I apologize. How did you link up with Gary, and what has been your path for illustrating? I'll talk about it while I'm making this real quick if you want to hang out and listen. But long story short, I drew comics for a long time, and I had then gotten I worked 13 years full time in comics, and then I said I'll never work for anybody ever again. And then I lied. I took a job working for a company that works with top YouTubers, and I started drawing stuff for them, and I was there for 11 years. And meanwhile, I would follow Gary for years and years and years, and he would always have the content about like, hey, if you're not feeling good, follow your passions, get back to what you're loving to do. And I really took that to heart, and I quit that job. I walked away from 11 years at a company. That was part of the reason I quit. I was brave, and then I felt like, you know what, of course I can do this. I did it before, I'll do it again. And I experienced VCon number 2 accidentally, kind of. My friend had an extra ticket, invited me to VCon number 2. So I just saw firsthand the community there, and I was like, this is pretty cool. Still didn't think about working for VeeFriends or anything like that, but it was really making me want to pursue my own passions with comic strips, which I thought nobody wanted. I was like, nobody wants comic strips anymore. Cut to October that year, I saw a tweet from Gary that said, I'm hiring a comic strip artist, must have 5 years of experience or more. And I was like, oh, okay, I could do this, because I understand Gary and I understand the brand, and the characters are fun. And so I started live streaming my submission pretty much. And on night 2, Andy, the president, our prez of VeeFriends, came into the chat and said, hey, you want to talk? And the rest is history. They were like, you're the guy. Can you do this for the next 50 years? And I'm like, I will certainly try to stay alive. And that's that. So, and now here we are. I started doing the cartoon strips, and they realized that I was like really good at character development and story and community building and stuff too. So I'm now the director of comics and character development for the brand. So it's quite an honor to do this every day. That's it. That's the story. You know, you got to be ready. You got to be ready to do things like this. I stayed sharp and ready. And again, I said it earlier in the stream, but like, I feel like when I met Gary and Andy and everybody, ever meet people in your life where you're like, it feels like I've known you guys forever. Like, it feels like we've already known each other. It feels like we already did this. We're repeating it. It's like deja vu or something. Like, we almost know. You know? Like, this is, we know what we're doing. We know where this is going to go. And that's a really unique feeling. I've had it a couple other times in my life when I meet people. And I go, I think I'm going to know this person forever. It feels like I've known them before. You ever had that? It's weird. It's a weird thing. You know it when you feel it. I got a couple other people in my life like that. Great. Okay, guys. I'm going to switch gears, and I'm going to go to the Whatnot channel. I'm going to join Corso at 10 a.m. over here on Tea with Gary V. We'll come in right at the end. And I'm going to continue drawing over there for an hour or so while we talk about VeeFriends and character development and just making more people discover this brand. And then tonight, they're also doing a special Captain America pack attack. It's actually Red Hulk pack attack. I don't know why it's the Red Hulk, but here nor there. Sunny Boy Comics, you'll be checking him out a lot on the comic streams pretty soon. He'll be our kind of like host for the comic theme that we're gonna go with VeeFriends. And so check us out over there on that Whatnot app, and I'll see you back here on the YouTube channel on Monday at 8 a.m. Does that sound good? I'll see you over there. Thanks everybody. VeeFriends are for